Hello, welcome to Ike, Callie, Quinton's, Tori's, and Bella's video about meteorology. Today we'll be talking all about precipitation. Precipitation is any form of water that falls from clouds. In more complicated terms, precipitation, and specifically rain, is liquid water in the form of droplets that have condensed under atmospheric water vapor and then precipitated, that is, became heavy enough to fall under gravity. The main forms of precipitation include rain, sleet, snow, freezing rain, and hail.
Rain is liquid water in the form of droplets that is condensed in water vapor in clouds. It is then precipitated, that is, become heavy enough to fall under gravity. Rain is a major component of the water cycle and is responsible for depositing most of the fresh water on Earth, along with snow, sleet, etc., once it's melted, of course.
Hail is a form of solid precipitation. It consists of irregular lumps in ice, each of which is called a hailstone. Hail falls from cumulonimbus clouds in severe storms and is also a hazard to living things, potentially hitting them. Hail is formed when an object, including dust or particles in the air, collides with supercooled water. As the water freezes around the object, it begins to form an ice pellet. The longer the pellet stays inside the cloud, the bigger it is.
Sleet is a form of precipitation that occurs during the winter season, consisting of ice pellets, often mixed with rain and snow. In certain instances, in the winter, the starting snow precipitation will go through a layer of warm air and then begin to melt. As it continues to fall, it will proceed through a colder layer and freeze into a pellet or ice ball.
Snow is liquid water that crystallizes in the air and falls to the ground. Snow normally occurs during the winter months. Snow starts to form when it precipitates from clouds and accumulates on surfaces, then metamorphoses in places, and ultimately melts, slides, or sublimates away.
Freezing rain is rain that falls from a warm layer of clouds into a cold layer of clouds and almost freezes. It usually freezes once it hits the ground and causes a sheet of ice to cover everything, from cars to trees to houses and roads.
There are different devices used to measure the amount of precipitation that has fallen within a certain amount of time, specifically rain. The device used to measure rain is called a rain gauge. The three major types of rain gauges are the standard gauge, tipping bucket gauge, and the weighing gauge. All three major types of rain gauges measure rainfall over a certain period of time.
Sometimes precipitation can be calm, and other times it can be very severe. Some severe precipitation events have happened in history, varying from hail to other forms of precipitation. During the 100 Years' War, a hailstorm hit the English army during an invasion of France. The amount of casualties caused by the storm were estimated around 1,000 soldiers. That day, April 13, 1360, has since been known as Black Monday. Another storm, this time involving snow, happened in the winter of 1967 in Chicago and in its suburbs. Snow totals topped 2 feet, and winds exceeded 50 miles per hour. Sadly, the storm left 76 dead, 26 in just Chicago. We hope you enjoyed our presentation screencast on precipitation.